They said they're coming out. Just wait for them. Where are you going? You can't be patient? Well, you're gonna have to be patient and just wait. Okay. Gosh. Well, this is...
there's a tiny little bug in here you can't see.
Yeah, there's bugs everywhere.
And it eats the moss off of this thing.
That's why you gotta wash your hands before you touch things. And after you touch things so you don't get sick. Okay? That's what you need to do.
I'm not losing my
It's
family.
my hair. God, it's so messy. Florida Fox. Buenos dias. We're doing our stream outside today because it's a very pretty day. And hi. Oh my God, I'm about to, hold on a second. Hi, Janine. I just want to make sure I'm keeping track of the time because I want to go over my time. I have to give myself a time limit because if I don't, then I'll just rant forever. Oh, what the heck? I dropped something in my drink. Guys, don't laugh at me, okay? No, you can laugh at me. It's okay because I can't hear you laughing. So, it's okay. Anyway, before we get into our discussion, yo, you hear that? The kids in the neighborhood are like shouting my daughter's name out their windows. Yo, they're mad funny. She went over to go and see if they could come out and play. And they were like, oh, come back in a little bit. We're trying to like settle in because my parents just got home from work and we just had dinner. We'll be out. And then she comes back and they're across the complex from us, right? So like we can see their building from our building. They're yelling out the window at her, Jayu, we're gonna come outside in a few minutes when our dad puts on his jacket and his shirt and his pants. I was like, oh my God. I just shouted that out the window. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. Anyway, yeah, so before we get into the discussion, I just want to show you guys some of my newest acquisitions. Okay, so I got 3 new fashionistas. This one, which I'm sure you guys have seen by now, I don't remember the numbers of the fashionistas, y'all, so don't even bother asking me because I don't know. But I'm calling her the burgundy one, okay? Burgundy braids. I love this hair. It's very flowy, it moves, and I like this texture and weight to the braids, which I wish that the Barbie looks, the black guy, he had this kind of hair. Like, his hair texture is different. So, I don't know. But I gave her a Made to Move body. And I put her on, this is the body for the wheelchair fashionistas doll with this dress, obviously. Thank you. I'm talking to Florida Fox because I was fidgeting with my hair earlier before I started because they, like, the curls tangle up, you know? So annoying. Anyway, yeah, so she's got that body. It's a perfect match for her skin tone. I can see now that I'm out in the light that it really matches good. So I'm glad I had that extra body laying around for her. And I don't know if I'm going to use the same skin tone for my other dolls that I showed you guys in the last stream, the Power Pair dolls. So we'll have to see, but I have to look at it out in the daylight, like out here, to see if it's a close match. I know it's not an exact match, but I just decided I was going to use the body for her, and I'll just get her another body if I need to by the time I open her up. So we'll see what happens, but I really like her on this body, and I like the way that this doll looks. I think she's got the I know she has the June head sculpt, which is the same sculpt that they use for the hiker climber girl doll, the real dark one with the big poofy hair. Under her helmet, she's got the same sculpt as this. And then one of the fashionistas that had like a little bun up here and the rest of it was down. And what was she wearing? She was wearing like a romper, a black romper with flowers all over it. And it's not the skin tone, but she has like a lighter skin tone, like a Hispanic tone. That one has the same sculpt as well, if this is ringing a bell for you guys. Obviously, we're doing a live stream, so I can't throw up pictures on the screen for you to give you references for which dolls I'm talking about. So if you are a diehard collector, then you already know what I'm talking about, okay? Anyway, yeah, and of course, those of you guys who know the numbers and the descriptions for the dolls, you can definitely put them in the comments for other people. I also have this one. She doesn't have a new body. I don't think I have any available bodies for the skin tone at the moment. I did look, and I tried to find dolls that I could steal bodies from to switch her onto, but that was not happening because the dolls that I have with the skin tone, I was like, girl, I don't even know. Just leave her alone. I don't want to mess with it. So yeah, but her face sculpt, does anyone recognize the sculpt? I don't really know if this is a familiar sculpt. Uh, who knows what other dolls have had this face? I don't recognize it. And yeah, I did crimp my hair. Actually, I tried to. I tried. Anyway, yeah. So like, I don't know what sculpt this is, but I'll of course find out, cause I be on a mission, y'all. I be on a mission. Okay, so let me put her back. But the skin tone that should match her is just the regular Barbie default skin tone. So I just need to get a hold of like really any made to move Barbie doll that has the Millie sculpt, and for the most part all of them should be interchangeable with the skin tone, although that's not a guarantee, so don't take me at a, you know, don't take my word for for a blanket statement that all Millies have the same skin tone, because they don't, but most of the ones that are default skin tone do. And then this guy who I've been looking high and low for, and you know what's so funny, I ordered him on Amazon, and then like the next day when I went to Walmart, they were all over the shelves. I was like, so all this time I have this doll in the store, and then the day when I get my doll, then you guys want to just pull them all out now? Okay, that's nice. But anyways, whatever. Anyway, I really like him because he looks like a straight up Korean dude. Like, he looks so Korean to me. Even like the hairstyle. Look at this hair. It's all molded, but just the style, the coloring, it just looks very K-pop star-ish. So I thought it would be fun to have a guy like this in my collection, and he's handsome, of course. So duh, that's the #1 reason I gotta have him. But I gave him a made to move body. He's on the Barbie Looks Ken from the first wave, his body, and I like him like this. So anyways, these are my 3 new folks. Now, what are we talking about today? I want to talk about a couple of different lines of dolls that are either already out or coming out this year, and what I think about them, and things I've heard about them. And of course, you guys are welcome to chime in and give me what information you guys have. Let's see, she matches the newest Millie Made to Move. She looks like an altered Nisa Teresa Hisco. Yeah, she does. She reminds me of the new Teresa Bambi sculpt a lot, but not as annoying, I guess. I don't know why that sculpt annoys me. It's probably because her teeth. It's always because the teeth are showing with me. Like, it really is. And this June sculpt, it looks like she's got teeth showing too. See? But I think these are just drawn on. It's not an actual, like, there's not actually a split in the face. So I don't have to do surgery. If I don't like the teeth showing, I can just erase them and repaint the lips. I'm pretty sure that these are not, wait a minute. Oh, is it? It's hard to tell. I don't think it is. I don't know. But it doesn't bother me because it's not a really big, huge smile with a lot of teeth showing. I dropped my doll stand. I'm not a good person, you guys. I'm just throwing things all over the place. Anyway, so me and one of my homies, who is a doll collector, who actually lives in this state in Washington, we've been exchanging text messages and going back and forth about our take on these dolls. So shout out to Alex, who we just be kicking it, y'all, and he was asking me some questions about like what I thought about certain dolls. So I told him that I was just gonna do a stream so that I can kind of get it all out, and not I'm sure it's not just him. Other people, you know, want to hear your take. So that's what I'm doing. So basically, this is the 3 most interesting doll lines that I've come across so far that are piquing my interest. The first one is the Cutie Reveal Series 2, and I think they have a unicorn, a bear, a llama, and a sloth. Those are the 4 animals that they're supposed to be in the costumes. And I didn't really study the face sculpts that much. I feel like the black one is the one, she's got the purple costume. Which animal is she? I think she's the bear. And I don't know if her face sculpt is one that she let me wait for these people, okay? My daughter was like, why do guys drive loud cars like this? I said, the thing is gonna get them girls. And she was like, girls don't like that. I was like, oh, duh. Keep trying, bruh. Anyway, so the dark one has the purple color scheme going on. And her face, I don't recognize. I'm not sure what sculpt she is. Like at a glance, she kind of reminds me of the Desiree sculpt. I think the Desiree sculpt is like the same sculpt as Nikki Life in the Dream House, and she just reminds me of that face because of the smile. But I don't think that that is the actual face sculpt. I think it's a new one or a different one than that. Maybe it's based on that one. You all right?
My back's killing me.
Oh, you look so tired. You better go lay down.
Yeah, my back, it just takes everything out of me.
I know. That sucks. Get some rest. Yeah. One of my neighbors. Okay, so that one, and then there is another one that looks kind of sort of like she's supposed to be an Asian girl, and that's the one I think is in the unicorn outfit. And then there's the Millie, of course. Am I wrong? Is the Millie from the second wave, does she have her lips closed or is it open? I can't really picture it in my head. And then who's the other one? There's one more that is slipping my head. Oh no, that one has, I think, the Bambi sculpt. So those face sculpts are not that interesting to me, to be honest. And even the ones that I already have from wave 1, like, I kind of feel like I want to do like a drastic makeover with those dolls. I want to cut their hair because I think it's way too long, and just not long in a way where it's like stylish. I feel like it's just long to be long. So I want to cut the hair and do different styles with the hair and like layer it up a little bit, switch their hairstyles up. And I also want to do a little bit of tweaking to the faces. The purple one has the carnival face. Wait, she has a carnival face? Are you serious? I gotta look at that picture again. That's a carnival face. It looks so it looks so Nikki-ish to me. Like, what do they do? That's really a carnival face. Okay, B7ODL Leonard Bricks says that it's the carnival face. Let's see. Yeah, it's just I don't know, but really I love carnival face. I feel like I would have recognized it right away if I had seen that face, but I wasn't really paying attention to the face molds anyway, so I was more paying attention to the costumes, because what I do with those dolls is I don't pose them in those costumes. I take the costumes off and I pose other dolls in the costumes, and then those cutie reveal dolls, I just have them like redressed and posed separately as a little group, and just kind of like work my little cutie reveal theme dress code on them so I can look at them, but I still like the costumes. So what I'll do with the costumes is put other dolls that are not necessarily display ready dolls, like they might have something on the face that needs to be worked on, or I don't really like their bodies, or whatever the case is, they're just not ready to be up on my shelves for display. Those dolls, but I like them, I'll just hide them inside of the cutie reveal outfits, and then camouflage whatever the thing about it I don't want to see when I have them on display, if that makes sense. So it's like my way of kind of displaying the doll without displaying the doll, if that makes sense. Yeah, something smells delicious over here. Jesus Christ, why did I come outside? Oh my god, I got a friend at work and we always like send each other food pictures and talk about food, and I was like, bro, is there such a thing as a food whore? Because I think we are food whores. Like, why don't we ever get tired of talking about food? And she always like brings food to work to like share with me, and then when we go to lunch at my job, they make lunch in the cafeteria and like give it out to everyone who's there for free, right? So they expect for you to come up and eat the food that's from, you know, from the cafeteria. But I don't eat pork, so sometimes when they have porky things, I skip the food, right? So she uses that as her excuse to bring extra food, to be like, oh, I brought this just in case it's porky, and then we'll just go up there and have like a feast at our table. If it's food that I can eat, we'll have plates of that food, and then whatever she brought with her too. And she's Filipino, so she eats like mad Asian food, so she'll bring like all this Asian stuff to work with us, and we just be looking crazy at the table like we're at the buffet, like just mad plates all over the place. You know, and the other day Adonis, he just showed up with some Chinese food to bring me for lunch, but it was like $50 worth of food, and I was like, who was all of this for? And he was fasting. So I'm like, who eating all of this food, bro? He was like, I didn't know it was going to be this much. I'm like, $50? I think $50 worth of food is for more than one person. So he was like, well, I don't know. I didn't know what you liked. So I just got a bunch of different stuff. I was like, oh my God. So me and her and Adonis were literally just sitting, having like a feast of food in front of us. It looks crazy, you guys. Anyway, so yeah, don't be shocked that I'm like, something smells yummy. Can you believe this? Oh my goodness. I'm supposed to be losing weight. What the hell am I doing? Are we talking about the cutie reveal? Yeah, we are. The unicorn uses the Leah Kayla sculpt. The llama is open mouth Millie. The bear is Carnival. The sloth is Nisa. And Nisa is the same sculpt as Teresa, the new Teresa. Janine said, in my opinion, the second wave of the cutie reveal are off a bit. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that their faces are just bleh. But I love the costumes. I love the concept of the costumes. So that's really what I want them for, because I just like their costumes. And the props that they come with, I'm not into them. The little animals or whatever that they come with, I'm not going to miss those if I don't have them. Also, their faces have some kind of like, I don't know what it is, paint, ink, something on their faces that when you change the temperature of the face, it's supposed to reveal these features on the doll. But all it is like a dot on the nose that's like a different color. And some of them have whiskers, and some of them have like little things on their face, like little designs on their face that pop up. But I'm like, bruh, if I just wanted to do that, I would just draw them on. Because when I had wave 1, trying to mess around with the face with the different temperatures of the water, first of all, it was messy as hell, and then secondly of all, it didn't even work right. Like, sometimes it would show up, sometimes it wouldn't, sometimes I'd be trying to get rid of it and it wouldn't go away. It was just weird, and I was like, this is like horrible. And if I was a kid, I would be very frustrated with this. So I gave up. So I don't even bother with all of that stuff on those dolls. I don't care about whether or not the face changes and features come out or don't come out. I don't care. Like, I just want the costumes, you know what I'm saying? So if I just get the costumes, really honestly, I would just get the costumes, like, for real. Like, I feel like I'm paying $25 each for the costumes. The dolls themselves are like, they might as well just go in the garbage can, because I don't care. But anyway, so because of the costumes, wave 2, I do want them so I can add the costumes to my wardrobe collection. But I will not miss those dolls. I don't know if I had enough space to like figure out what I wanted to list on eBay or do trades with people, I would, and I would just get rid of the stuff that I don't want. But for now, I have to just kind of hold on to the reject body parts and pieces that I have until I can get organized, so I can figure out what I'm going to do with everything. But whatever, it's not really a loss. Let me see your comments real quick before I move on. So we're going to talk about, what do you think of the 2021 holiday Kira? Oh, I just saw her at Tuesday morning. I don't know how I feel about the cutie reveal dolls. So when I went to Tuesday morning, I saw her there for $30. What is the original price of that doll? Is it like $50? Because I kept looking at it going, $30? I don't know. I feel like they could come down. Like, it wasn't convincing for me. And the only one of those, of the holiday dolls from that line that I was interested in is Kira. So I would only be getting her for her head. I don't want her dress. I don't care about the body. I just want to pop the head off, put her onto Made to Move body, and keep it moving, right? But I also have quite a few Kiras, so I don't know if that particular Kira, it's like life and death for me to have that one. Not for $30. Like, if they bring the price down even more, I know it sounds ridiculous because the doll's original price is like 40 or 50 bucks, but just for me, because I only want the head, I don't care about the rest of the doll. So $40 original price, but here in Philippines, no kidding, $100? No. You gotta get some American friends who don't mind shipping you the dolls and just pay for the shipping and handling and get it from somewhere else, unless the shipping is gonna cost you the same as what you would end up paying over there. But if it's gonna save you $20-$30, then I would consider that, if you can find a good price for the doll other than $40. But that's why I'm like, $30? Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like you can come down a lot more. And it's Tuesday morning, and Tuesday morning is usually well, they're supposed to be discounting the prices that you would normally see retail for a lot of the stuff that they get over there, especially the toys. So, and I've seen like some super high-end dolls at that place that should have been $50 to $100 in range, and they were like half price, $40, $50, $30. Real like collector level dolls I've seen at that place for dumb cheap, like you'd be stupid to not buy it kind of prices. So I know, I feel like they can bring it down. They should bring it down. Until they bring it down, I ain't buying that doll. But I do love the face. I do. I love her head, and I love the way that they did her hair and the colors, and I like that she's like kind of tan and darker compared to what we normally see with the Kira sculpts. So for those reasons, I would love to have her in my collection, but it's not like life and death for me. I'm not like in love with her where I'm like, I gotta have her. It's just one of those things. If I get around to it, if I find one at a good price, awesome. But if I don't, I'm not gonna cry over it. Yeah, so we talked about cutie reveal, and the next ones I want to talk about is the Vera Wang doll, who is right now already available on Mattel Creations website, and also the cutie reveals are on Amazon if you guys are interested in buying them. $25 each. But the Vera Wang doll is $40 on Mattel's website, and I saw her on Amazon for like over $100. Yeah, right. eBay also probably has it a little bit higher over there, so I suggest if you are able to get shipping to your region to go with Mattel's website to order that doll if you want it. That doll. All right, here's what I think about that doll. Oh, goodness gracious, girl, you're just dropping everything. There's always bloopers with me. Okay. Anyways, let me act like I'm poised, okay? So, the Vera Wang doll is supposed to be a portrait doll of Vera Wang, obviously. And she's like wearing some black, beautiful outfit or whatever and looking all sultry. The doll itself, just as a Barbie doll, is very plain, to be honest. I feel like her face, like the face up is really, really plain. There's not really any makeup on her face. And she just looks really ordinary, but at the same time, it looks like Vera Wang, like the actual woman, for one. As soon as you see it, you can recognize that it's her face. Are we done? Oh, we're not done. Okay, we'll wait. We'll wait for you, sir, because I'm sure you have someplace very important to get to. Yep, okay. I feel you. Are we done? Oh, great. Anyways, yeah, who is this that said, Leonard Brick said, Vera Wang face mold reminds me a bit of the Kit doll. And she does kind of remind me of the Kit doll. Like, they could be related to each other. So yeah, so the Vera Wang doll, she's got the long, straight hair. And though she looks very plain, I still like the doll because the face mold is pleasant to look at, and I'm gonna sound like an a-hole. I feel like the doll is prettier than the actual real person. I don't know, that's just me. So it's like a prettier version of Vera Wang, I feel like. That's just how I feel about it. So I'm like, yeah, I will add her to my collection. What is going on? All the a-holes came out tonight? Like, what's going on? Anyway, so I really want that doll. I'm only holding off on buying her at the moment because I keep telling myself that by the time I'm ready to order that doll, some other dolls that I want will be available on that site, and I can just order them all at once and pay shipping once. So that's the only reason why I haven't got her already. But I'm definitely going to add her to my collection for sure. She's got it looked like she had, did she have Made To Move joints? No, she doesn't. She has just a regular articulation, but she's on a tall body, which is pretty exclusive. So I thought it would be interesting to have that body type in my collection where it's a tall but just regular joints, and it looks very streamlined with the outfit that she's got on. But of course I'm going to take that outfit off of her and change her into regular clothes. I haven't decided yet if I want to Made To Move her. I feel like eventually, if I really love displaying her, eventually I might do that. But initially, I want to just enjoy her the way that she is, with the tall body. I think that would be so interesting to have like a really tall Asian girl, which I have on my BMR 1959, the female Tango head sculpt. That's the one that was like the tall Asian one with the long straight hair and the pale skin tone. That doll to me just looks phenomenal on the tall body. So I'm very tempted to maybe Made to Move, the Vera Wang doll, eventually, if I can find her a body donor. But it would be great if she could match an already tall Made to Move doll, because that would be a super upgrade. But I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. So if I don't find an MTM donor for that height, then I will probably just keep her on the body that she's on. And especially right now, because I'm not making series videos where I have to like pose the dolls in all these different ways, I'm not really preoccupied with trying to Made to Move all of them, although I still hybrid my dolls to make sure that they do have some level of articulation beyond like a fashionista's body. But it's not a priority for them to have MTM bodies, but I do prefer for them to have MTM bodies where I can help it. And I like to keep the dolls that I display, like I just keep them out so I can see them with the MTM bodies, because this looks good, I guess, when you're just looking at it, because it's seamless. So like she doesn't have any joints that you can see, so it looks very smooth. It looks very, you know, realistic, and I like the look, but the functionality just got to be there for me. Like I don't know, it's just my pet peeve to see my dolls looking stiff. I want them to have the option of moving. So even if they're not moving, like even if they're not posed, I want them to be able to pose, because if I change my mind and decide to pose them, which I do sometimes, I want to be able to do that without it being a hassle and having to like stop everything I'm doing to customize the doll and hybrid the doll. I don't have time for that. I don't want to do that. So as soon as I get it, I'm just like, okay, which body donors do I have that I can switch these dolls onto that have joints? So the Vera Wang doll, fortunately, already comes with the joints, even though they're not double joints, but I can make it work as a display doll without the double joints. So yeah, that's just what I think about the body. But the doll itself, I think that she would be a really good doll to have in your collection for the variety and the diversity, just because of her features. It's an authentic Asian woman's mold, and of course, if you're into Vera Wang, the person and her work, then obviously you want this doll to add to your collection. But I'm not a fan of Vera Wang, the person. Like, I don't care about fashion and all of that stuff. I don't care. It's not something that interests me. I don't pay any attention to that stuff. So that's not what I want it for. That's why I know I'm going to take her out of the dress. I'll keep the dress because I think it's beautiful. And I will probably display it on a different doll if it could fit. I would love to put that outfit onto my Griselda, who is my Integrity Toys doll that Cutie Erica had gave to me. She's got blonde hair, and she's got like the big top knot up here with the blonde hair. And I think her face is, I want to say, Agnes von Weiss. And that's one of the characters that they use for that doll. And they Integrity uses the same sculpt for different characters. So the sculpt names may vary based on what character they turned it into, kind of. So like that's, you know, it's a little confusing. But anyways, I love that doll. She has such a like a stank attitude look on her face, and I feel like she would look so fierce in that outfit if she could fit it. And she's really tall, so that might work out. I'm gonna go back and read a couple of your comments. Hi, Lauren. Lauren, thank you for sending me links to the health related stuff, which is very useful. I really appreciate that. In real life doesn't really wear makeup. Yeah, Vera Wang in real life doesn't wear makeup, and that's why I think it's authentic to the person, because I've never seen Vera Wang with like just all glammed up in the face and like tons and tons of makeup on, and I've never seen her like that. Maybe like for a fashion show or something she does that, but just in the media I've never seen her look like that. So I think that the rendition of that doll is very accurate to the person. I agree, I wasn't wowed by the Vera Wang doll, but I still think it's a good doll. I think I will skip her though. Vera is not 74. Y'all stop lying. Who said she's 74? The BMR Millie is a tall, will match her. BMR Millie is, oh, will it? Oh, will it? Ooh, I might have to add her. I was actually looking at her on Amazon trying to figure out if I wanted to get her for this doll. But I might have to get her and put her on stash for Vera Wang doll. Okay. Sure. Let's see. About to solve all my problems, bruh. I have her. She is not tall. She has the original body. I use the blue MTM body. Oh, she's not tall. Why did I think she was tall? Did somebody tell me she was tall? Maybe somebody told me she was tall. She has the original body. I use the blue MTM body. Vera is 5'3" in real life. Oh, okay. Bruh, really? But I would love to see her as a tall doll. I feel like she'd be so pretty with the height. Because of the Asian face sculpt, you don't really picture Asian faces with the height. It's like the stereotype of being short like me when you're Asian, right? And I know a few girls who are Asian but extremely tall, and they're so self-conscious about their height, but they're beautiful. And I'm like, what? Like, you're like so special. They don't make Asians like you. So you need to own that. But and I love to represent that. I love representing diversity. So I think I will put her on a tall body. Yeah, that sounds like a deal. Okay. Let's see. Who else? Wait, who said they have her? Florida Fox said they had her. Okay, have you changed her out of those clothes and put other stuff on her yet? How does she look in like plain clothes if you've done that? Or have you taken her out of the box? It's always great to have a regular body to have for display or collection, and then a made to move for realistic moves, and Vera will look gorgeous in an MTM body. Think so? Think so? You know, you guys, I thought I was a weirdo when I discovered the MTM bodies in the beginning, because I felt like a lot of like die-hard collectors were very iffy about those bodies. I remember people complaining a lot about the joints looking ugly, and they were very clunky, and they just, you know, our eyes had not yet adjusted to the look of the bodies. So I remember it being such a controversy amongst the adult collectors on whether or not you should MTM your dolls. And a lot of people were just saying like, what's the point? Don't do it. It doesn't look right, you know? But despite all of those naysayers, I still was very adamant about hybriding most of my dolls because of the functionality of the joints. And I'm like, but I can pose her whatever way I want. She can touch her face. Like, why would I not want to do that? So as an expression of art and photography and film, I thought that they were amazing, because so many people who do that with their dolls, they pose their dolls and they use them as kind of like actors for their film ideas, their stories, their what do you call those things? Like, it's like kind of like a comic series, but what do they call that? Graphic novel? I don't know what it's called. But you know, you take a bunch of pictures of the doll pose in different scenes, and then you have like dialogue that goes with it, like a comic, you know what I'm saying? So in order to do that effectively, you need those joints to be able to move the doll in the way that you really want them posed, obviously. But I don't know, I thought it was just me. So I'm like, whatever, I'm just the one weirdo who likes all the joints, and I don't care if the joints look clunky, whatever, I like them. And now I see more and more and more people who are like totally about MTM, and they're like, bro, I don't even take you serious unless you want an MTM body. Like, I can't even do it. There's so many people I see, like even on Amazon when I'm like looking at reviews, so many people in the reviews that are like, oh, why didn't they give this doll an MTM body? Like, just complaining because they don't have the right joints, you know? And I feel you, but I really thought I was a weirdo because it wasn't like that for a while. Vera was born the same year as my mom, 1949. What? Are you kidding me? Yo. What? Yo. That's crazy. How is she 74? How? What? I gotta take another look at her pictures. I mean, she looks like she had aged, but I wouldn't have guessed more than like 50s. I didn't know she was that old. Are you serious? Wow. Okay. Well, I learned something new today, y'all. Shoot, I always hear black people saying, black don't crack, black don't crack, black don't crack. But, I mean, Asians, they on a whole nother level with the not cracking. I'm, damn. Shit. Okay, let's see. The BMR is not a good match. She is too tall and more tan. I just tried it. Oh, really? Oh, dang. Okay. You know what it is though? Like I be telling people, it's because they're the dolls. They make them in these like, what do you call them? Like in between skin tones. So under certain lighting, it'll look like they match. But then when you bring them out in like broad daylight or better lighting, you can see the difference in the skin tone. You're like, whoa, wait a minute, that don't look right. That's what I was doing with her. I tried to put her onto a hiker body at first. I was convinced when I looked at them through the boxes that they would match. Then when I opened everything up, and I'm looking at them side to side, I'm like, this don't look right. Wait a minute. Hold up, hold up. And then now that I'm out in the sunlight, I'm like, oh, yeah. This is the right skin tone for her. That other one would have not have worked because she has a red tint in her vinyl. What's your problem? You all right?
Yeah, it's just really hot.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you beat somebody up?
No.
That's great. Did you fight?
No.
Okay.
We played tag.
Oh, yeah?
But then later they started digging, so I just played tags.
Did you push anyone?
No.
Okay. That's great.
If my parents would have came over here, like, oh, your child is amazing.
You think so? You think they would have done that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's hope so.
I feel like they're that type of family because they go to sleep at 7 or 8.
She wears a black romper under her dress. She looks great in other clothes. Yeah, I took her out. You can see my video on her on YouTube. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I have to go check it out. Vera's hair on the doll is so soft. I straightened it on a low setting. She said vodka helps her to look younger. Black don't crack, Asian don't age. That's what I say all the time. That's what Lauren says. I mean, sorry, Janine. And then Lauren said, my mom and Vera be 73 years old this year. That's just amazing. Man, I want to be like that when I'm in my 70s and 80s. Like, seriously? That's why I'm like, bruh, I gotta lose some weight and get rid of this diabetes and get rid of all these health problems that I have that only came on because of my weight gain. If I hadn't gained the extra, I don't even know how much extra I gained after I had Jayu, but it's not overnight. It's like it's gradual. You know what I'm saying? Over months and years, and then before you know it, you're like, wait, how much I weigh? Wait, what size am I? What happened? You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get rid of the extra weight because I feel like that hindered a lot of my health. And my doctors are always telling me, yeah, if you drop this many pounds, you will probably eradicate the need to take most of your medications. I'm like, that's what I need to do then. It's just hard work. Let's see. Where are they going? Asian don't raisin. That's funny. I like that. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. That's hilarious. Oh Lord. Anyway, so Vera Wang, definitely a thumbs up, and I definitely need her in my collection. And the more I'm hearing from Florida Fox, whose video I plan to go and watch, the more I know I'm gonna be like, yes, I need this doll in my collection. She's not on grail status at the moment, but I don't want her to get there, so I'm like, let me just get her now. Well, she at her whatever retail price. It may come down later in the future, but I doubt it, because usually portrait dolls like this, the prices just go up. You see on Amazon, they already trying to get $130 for her, and on eBay, God knows what ridiculous prices people are trying to get. The scalpers, we already know about them. So yeah, while we still have the opportunity to get that doll for a reasonable price, that's what I would just rather do. And for that face, because it's exclusive, and I don't know that Mattel will ever use that face mold again for any other dolls, which they probably won't, unless they do another Vera Wang doll. I know I'm gonna be upset if I miss out on that, so I definitely got to get her. And when I do, I'll try to show you guys what I end up doing with her, because I already know I'm gonna end up customizing her, and it'll be so fun to customize her and see what her finished look looks like. I also swapped her hands on MTN because I was too lazy to paint them. Oh wait, what happened with her hands? What's going on with her hands? Let me know what's going on with them hands, because I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so the next set of dolls that I would need to talk about with y'all, we got like 20 minutes left, y'all, is of course the extra exclusive Barbie Looks Wave 2.5. What does that say? Losing weight is so hard in America because realistically you have to be a chemist in order to avoid all the bad food. Amen. So many of our food is highly processed with chemicals. It's just a shame. Yeah, that's what makes it feel like it's like you're working backwards, because every day you're jogging, you're running, you're doing workouts, you're trying to watch what you eat, but at the same time you can't avoid certain kinds of foods that we just have in America as part of our culture. And like me, when I go to my job, they just make whatever they make that day. I don't know what they're going to serve. Just whatever they end up with on their menu is what they feed the people. And if I don't have food with me, then I have to eat that stuff. And because I have diabetes, I can't just skip all these meals. I have to eat something or I'm going to get sick. So you end up eating the food. And if you're not really watching your portions, you're not really watching all the extra sauces and whatever, cheese, whatever it is that we like to smother our food in, all that adds up. So it's like your workout, your whatever you're doing to try to offset that, it's like it's not, there's no deficit. Like you can't lose weight. You might maintain the weight, but you're not losing weight. You know what I'm saying? So like if I skip a workout for two or more days in a row, I'll just gain 5 pounds out of nowhere. And then I'll be like, wait, what? How? What happened? I was working out for 2 weeks straight. I missed 2 days and 5 pounds just ended up coming back on. How? But that's what happens. And you're like, okay. That's just how math works now, I guess. Let's see. Her hands have painted nails. Okay. Her nails are painted black. So I took her hands off of the original body and put them on the Made to Move body. So the Made to Move body has the bare hands. Oh, I see what you're saying, because you liked the hands that she came with. I've done that with some of my dolls. I did that with my Misty Copeland doll, who had like the ballerina body, and I made to move to her. Is that what I said? But I loved those like elegant looking hands that she had, so I switched the hands onto that body. And it's, the peg is a little bit long. I could probably like sand it down a little bit to make it really fit snug inside of the socket, but when she's dressed and posed, you cannot really tell the difference. So I don't sweat it, I just leave it alone. But I just had to do that with her because I loved her hands. Let's see. The Toby Dream Life. Hey, what's up? My mom does Weight Watchers. She lost 40 pounds before COVID. Oh, really? I know somebody else who's doing Weight Watchers, and she told me she lost quite a bit of weight doing it, and she hadn't been doing it that long, which sounds amazing. But I don't exactly know how Weight Watchers works, so yeah, I'll just be guessing. But I actually like working out, so I do like Zumba with whatever reggaeton music I can find. And like I've gotten in such a routine with the Zumba that now I don't have to actually watch the moves. Like I don't have to like do it with anyone. I can just play my music and like I remember the moves. So I just do that, and if I can get in an hour a day, awesome. But sometimes I can only do 30 minutes, sometimes I can only do 20 minutes. It just depends on my schedule for the day, but I try to do it as much as possible. Sometimes I try to do like a double workout in a day. Like I'll do one in the morning if I have to go to work. Then when I get home from work at night, after everybody settles down, dinner, blah, 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 whatever, all that stuff is done, then just before I go to bed, I'll do another workout. And it works. Like I said, if I don't skip 2 days, I see the pounds dropping, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm just like, I'm trying to get under a certain threshold so I can open my dang dolls, because I'm holding them hostage in a box until I reach my threshold to reward myself and free them from the box. Ugh, they're like my Grail dolls. Well, one of my Grail dolls. I have like 70. Let's see. Jagai for you too. I don't know if I'm reading these names right, but hey, what's up? She looks good in white, pink, and black. I would not dress her in rainbow because it looks too chaotic. Yeah, I feel you. What is your current favorite doll? Whoa, this is a good question. Why y'all ask me them hard questions right at the end? My favorite? My favorite. Well, my favorite doll that I do not own at the moment is the half-breed Cher Barbie. She's like top of the list on my Grail dolls list right now. She's like probably my favorite because I just love the face mold of that doll, and that specific one, the Indian one. I'm not the Indian one, but the one that's wearing the Indian, like the Native American outfit. That particular version of her happens to have a tan skin tone, so I feel like she would look really good on a Made to Move body. I know this because my homie Bratney, who is also a huge doll collector, she has a few of those dolls, and we exchange pictures, and like she's definitely got one on a Made to Move body and plain clothes, and I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to do, bruh. So that doll is like probably my favorite right now that I don't own. And then of the dolls that I own, My favorite, I don't have one favorite. I don't think I have one favorite. I have many favorites. I can't pick a favorite of the dolls that I own because I like them for different reasons, and I like them equally. Like, I wouldn't want to not have these dolls that I have on my list if I have favorites over any of my other dolls. There are some dolls that I wouldn't miss if I like lost it, or someone took it, or if I gave it away, or if I sold it. I will probably be okay. I wouldn't miss it. I'd forget that I even ever had the doll. And then there are certain dolls that I don't want them to not be in my collection, but if I was in a pinch, I would sell them. And then I have dolls where I would never sell, and I would never give them away. I would pass them down to my kids and my grandkids, but I don't always have to keep them out on display. Like, I don't have to look at them all the time. I just like knowing I have those dolls. And when I want to bring them out, they're there. So, I don't know. I have all these tiers when it comes to my dolls, of like groups of dolls that have different functions for me. And that's why I can't really pick a favorite. I don't have one favorite doll. I really don't. I don't know. My favorite face sculpt is not a Barbie sculpt. It's the Poppy Parker sculpt by Integrity Toys. I love that face in any and every skin tone. Like, I just love that face structure. I just love it. I love that face. Let's see. Struggling to choose a new fashionistas. Will you suggest one? Well, these are the new ones that I got that I think are dope. This one matched the wheelchair body, and then these two are the same skin tone as default Barbie doll and Ken. And the reason why I picked these of the ones that were available was because I felt like they didn't look too busy. And like, does that make sense? I don't know. The fashionistas are very iffy right now. Like, sometimes they'll put out a wave that you just be like, what? And then sometimes they put out a wave and you're like, oh snap, who that? Sometimes a little mixture of the two. And I haven't been into the fashionistas just as a group, like a whole series, for many waves. Many waves. I haven't. Like, I feel like the last wave that I was really into was the one with, yeah, that's how far back I gotta think. I don't even know. I don't know. But like, no, I'm not even looking at them to be like, oh, which ones do I want? I don't even care anymore. Like, the fashionistas, to me, just not even interesting anymore. Unless I have to have that face. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I want them for. I just want them for the face. If they happen to have nice outfits, it's a bonus, but it's not gonna make or break whether or not I decide to get the doll. And they're only $7 or $8 usually, so to me it's worth it to spend less than $10 on a head, and then I can just made to move the doll or hybrid the doll and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't know. It depends on the face mold. And my preference, again, why I got these dolls, is because they're not showing their teeth. I don't like the teeth just being so prominent on the doll's face, where like their whole I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't think it's attractive. I don't want to look at it. That's not what I want in my collection. Other people love smiles. They love the teeth showing. It looks like the doll is happy and they love all the emotion, but to me it's just too much. And like, I don't want this constantly cheesing emotion in the doll. I like that the dolls have different kinds of like emotions on their facial expressions. Sometimes you can kind of read an emotion into the doll depending on how they're dressed, how they're posed, and the features on their face. And I just feel like I don't get to have that kind of creativity with the dolls that are constantly smiling. You know, the only dolls that I like that have the smiling face sculpt, and I actually genuinely love the face sculpt and I don't want to necessarily close the mouth, is the Carnival sculpt. But I have like 3 or 4 of them, and I think one of them I closed the mouth. I think it was one of them, and I like her with her mouth closed, but it doesn't bother me if the teeth are showing, is what I'm saying with the Carnivals. So I don't know, I feel like that's the only sculpt that I like looking at that has teeth showing, that's smiling like that. But the rest of them, no. As soon as I see them, I'm like, I'm gonna do surgery on you. And I wouldn't mind the surgery as much if it weren't for the fact that I have to work with super glue. So you have to be very accurate in what you're doing, otherwise you'll get a lot of excess glue that will dry up and look crazy on the doll, and don't nobody need that. So it's a whole process. I don't mind doing it, but when I do it, I always make sure that I have more than one head to do the surgery on, and so that way I can do them all at one time. So I'll have to wait. Like if I was gonna do surgery on this doll, I'm not gonna just do it today. I have to wait until I accrue a few dolls that I know I need to do surgery on, and then I'll just do all of them at one time. You feel me? And in the meantime, either I have to look at the doll needing the surgery, and it'll be a pet peeve that's just bothering me, or I'll hide the doll so I don't look at her, and then wait until I can fix it before I'll put the doll up on display. And if it's a new doll, it's like you usually want your newest dolls out, so what the hell? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do all of that. Let's see. Let me just read some more comments. Hola, hola, hola. Let's see what I missed. Okay. The one that looks like Kim K. Oh, this one. She also, her lipstick is not like, it's like, you know, like the border, the outline of her lips, it doesn't reach all the way down there. So it's like the inner part of her lip is colored. So I actually want to remove this lipstick and redo her lipstick, because I feel like she just looks like she's going like it just looks kind of weird. So I want to redo that. The entire last 2 waves of Fashionistas has been entirely meh for me. I didn't buy any of them. Yeah, I feel like the signature line has way more unique faces. To be honest, Fashionista line is only good for the price now. Yes, I'm thinking about getting some of the Skipper's Babysitters playsets for one of them to be Pocahontas and John's kid. Oh, that's a good idea. Why is the Philippines always overpriced? Dolls here, Fashionistas dolls is $20. She just, I love the subtle smile on the dolls, specifically Tori. Oh, I love the Tori face too. Teen Skipper, Kim. I like the Teen Skipper face too. 2000, wait, hold on. 90s Teresa and Asha Sculpt. Yo, I have a Tori. Do I have only one Tori? I think I might only have one. I did end up closing her mouth though. I did it seamlessly. It looks so good. But I think I didn't really mind her with the smile either. I just liked her better with the lips closed. Oh, I love that doll. She's definitely one of my favorites in my collection. Like, that doll is one of the dolls that, like, if my house was burning down, I would grab that doll. I'd be like, no, hold on, fire. Hold on a second. I gotta go find that doll. Let's see. I'm with the new Queen Elizabeth doll. How do you feel about the new Monster reboot? I'm excited. Hold on. Florida fucks it. I'm excited because when I was younger, I didn't like them, and now I do. I regret not getting them before. Tori just came back. She has 2 dolls now, both Dreamtopia mermaids. Oh, really? Well, maybe I'll go look for some and see if I like them. Okay, so somebody was talking about the signature line, which brings me to our last series of dolls that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is the Barbie Looks, the latest wave that is, I guess it's already out, but unofficially, because it's not on Mattel's website right now. So some people were able to get it on Amazon, I think, when they did like a pre-release or whatever. I don't know. There's like no rhyme or reason anymore with Mattel and Barbie and their release dates and all this nonsense. So I don't even know how to keep track of it, y'all. But some people have gotten a hold of them, and goodness. I was reading a post that somebody made of their conversation with Bill Greening, who is the designer of that line. And it's so uncanny because when I read that, I think like the day before, I had just finished doing a stream with you guys talking about that line and my hopes for that line, and that's more than one vehicle. Y'all, like, across the street from my house is this bar called Top Gun or whatever, and I swear it's like a biker's bar or something. And there's like an airstrip there, so people go there to get food and drinks and watch planes take off, and like you can get on the planes and ride around, I guess. So I think it just attracts a lot of those people. And I'm like, can y'all please? Like, what the hell? Ugh. Anyway. Hi, Tevin. Let's see. Let me just go back. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna answer you guys' questions. We're gonna go a little bit over our time, but that's okay. I'm gonna answer your questions before we finish. So yeah, but back to the signature dolls. So Bill Greening was talking about how he wanted for all the dolls to have new sculpts, and that hopefully they'll be able to continue doing that, which was ding 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 right on my checklist. And then he obviously was talking about different skin tones and bodies and the MTM bodies, you know, continuing with those dolls. So ding 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 also on my checklist. And I was like, y'all, like seriously, when I saw the pictures that of the 3 that are supposed to be out, why they do this? Why they do this to me? Like, why y'all doing this? Mattel, why you do this to me? Why you do this to me? Why y'all do that to me? For real, they are so pretty. Like, oh my god. I actually was telling my friend Alex that, because when me and him were talking about it, we had only seen 2 of those dolls at the time. And he was like, what do you think of these? And I was like, yo, if this is supposed to be part of the second half of wave 2, because that's how they're marketing them, shouldn't there be another boy? So I was like, maybe the third doll in this that's missing, maybe it's a boy. So we were like, you know, excited. And then when I went to go and do some research, I was like, dang it, it's a girl. But she flies. So I was like, okay, I feel you. I'll wait a little longer for another boy. Beautiful. They're so beautiful. All 3 of them. I love all of them. I even sent pictures of them to my friends who don't collect dolls. And all of them were like, what is this? Like, what? Since when does Barbie make dolls like this? Where'd you find this, you know? They were so impressed. And, like, I have a friend who's she's an artist. And she told me that she used to collect Monster High dolls. But an ex-boyfriend of hers, like, accidentally forgot it in their, like, old place that they were moving from. So she just lost her entire collection. And then, you know that feeling when you lose a collection. Those of you who have gone through that know what that feels like, with this just hopeless dread after you're like, all that work, all that money, all that time, and then you're like, it's just gone. Like, you don't even want to be bothered for a while. It feels like forever. Like, you don't even want to see another doll again, because you're just like, ugh, I can't deal with this emotion right now. You know what I'm saying? The disappointment, it just makes you just want to just go run away from the doll community. But that sad feeling that she had, like, I totally feel you, girl. I could relate, because the same thing happened to me a couple of times. Yeah, how sad. But anyway, so I showed her the pictures, and she just was so inspired, because she was like, bro, like, I would love to draw these dolls, or like draw something based on these dolls. She was just really into it, and I don't blame her. So I feel like those dolls just have a lot of universal appeal. And if you are a person who's just starting off with your doll collection and you don't have a whole bunch of dolls just yet, what counts as a whole bunch of dolls to us? I don't know, but you ain't got the kind of amount of dolls that I got, okay? If you're still like in the 20 to like 30 dolls range of dolls you can actually put out on display, I mean, this is a great line to start your collection with, to really make it stand out and be taken serious as not some crazy hoard or some weird hobby that is just like something you do behind closed doors. These dolls are so fly, so functional with their made to move bodies. Even the boys, you know, they're great body donors if you decide you need to stock up on certain skin tones, because the price is so low. It's $20 retail, which is like, we pay standard, what, $15 for a made to move doll that's not special, right? And then, so you're getting the body itself, let's say $15, right? And then you're getting the head of a completely brand new sculpt, or if they do end up having to repeat them, just the way they've been doing their face ups, it's very elegant and very like classy looking, you know? It's not like bright cartoony makeup. So that, you've got rooted hair for both genders, and the joints, you get the joints and like all of that, plus the fashion, like the clothes that come on those dolls. The fashion isn't amazing. Let's not play ourselves, okay? It's not like you're gonna look at those outfits and be like, oh damn, I need her for that outfit. And no, it's not that serious. But the 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 basic look of the fashions, the interchangeability of the fashions, the sorry, I got sidetracked because I just saw Adonis getting in the car. I'm like, where are you going? Nah, he probably going to work. But anyway, are you talking to someone? Oh, you got Jayu with you? Okay, I thought you were just like talking to yourself. Well, apparently Jayu's in the car with him. But anyway, so I was like, what the hell are you talking to?
She said, how much money do you guys have? I said,
why she keep asking that? She's like, how much money exactly do we have?
I said, get in
I'm
the
like,
car.
what?
That's kind of a low question. You have in our savings? You mean how much I have in my pocket? What do you mean?
I asked her, what do you need money for? But she didn't say.
I don't know. She told me she wants to go to the park. I found this park over here someplace up Sunrise, and I'm going to show it to her tomorrow if it's nice. Where's my
Okay.
wallet? I found my wallet.
Your wallet is in the house in front of the TV. That's the last place I saw it. Let's see. You don't need that damn wallet. I got all his money in my purse, so what the hell you need a wallet for? Alright, let's see. Let me just read your comments, you guys. Hold on. Oklahoma Barbie is such a holy grail doll for me. Is it really? Because that's the one that I have, that version. But I have the Generation Girl Dance Party Tori, so I will live. Yeah, the only thing about that particular one, the cheerleader one, is it just me? My doll has like something sticky in her hair, and I've washed her hair multiple times, but it's still sort of sticky. So like, I don't know why. I don't know why it does that, but it's not. I shouldn't even say it's sticky. It's kind of like, you know, when you like take off a sticker and there's a residue left. It's not sticky enough where something sticks to it, but it's like a weird texture. So like you can tell it used to be sticky, but it's just not sticky enough for anything to stick to it anymore. That's the kind of like texture her hair has, where it's like a dry stickiness. Don't ask me what that even means. But like when I comb through her hair, it combs, you can separate, but it doesn't do this. It doesn't flow like this. It's like kind of like sticks together, right? So I don't know, like her hair is a little bit strange because of that. I'm thinking like maybe I just haven't washed it with the right stuff yet. Maybe I need to use a different chemical than what I've been using on her hair, which was probably just like soap or something. But I feel like I used dish detergent on it and that didn't do anything either. It did something, like it's to the point now where it's not totally sticky, but it's not like what I'm used to when it comes to like doll hair. I don't know, maybe it's just my doll. Tevin said I'd be excited when they come out with the new American Girl dolls. I don't know anything about American Girl dolls other than that they exist. One has a purple hair and side glance, and the other is a brunette and have very cute face. Cars stealing the show again. I know you're talking about those Tory sculpts. Yes, I know, right? They're so annoying. I need to get my Native American looks Ken rerouted. Yeah, is it just me? I don't really like his hair that much. I don't like the texture. I like the way it looks, but I don't like the texture of his hair. It's too stiff and straight. Signature looks like renewed my faith in Mattel for sure. I know, right? For real. Like, though that line gives me hope that maybe Mattel will one day get it together and like keep it together. I hope. I pray. I mean, don't they realize that these kids who they're pandering to are gonna grow up? They're gonna be us someday, going, oh yeah, and I can just buy them with my own money. I don't have to wait for my mommy and daddy to buy me one. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. But our tastes change because we're older now and we want a collection. We don't want to play with them like little kids do, but we want to collect them. So like the look, the style of how we want the dolls to look, you know, it's a little change because we're adults. Not all of us, of course, but you know what I'm saying. The tall black doll looks so beautiful. Oh God, she's like, y'all, like, y'all. I sent the picture of the three of them next to each other to my closest friends at work. One happens to be a redhead and the other happens to be a Filipina girl who's kind of a thickie. I was like, look, one is you and one is you. Isn't this amazing? What are the odds, right? And then I'm like looking at the picture going, but which one is me? And then I was like, you know what? my inner black girl, if I was a full black girl instead of just half, would be the tall one in the middle. And I was like, that's me. That's me as a full black woman. Like, Mattel, just shut up and take my money. I will take them all. I know, right? Like, just, and that was another thing I was saying to Alex. I'm like, I don't want them to be difficult for people to get. That's all I ask. Like, bruh, like, don't make them difficult for us to get our hands on. That's why these, like, weird releases, like, confuse me. Because why does Amazon have it, but Mattel don't got it? Like, what? How did that happen? That's so strange to me. Unless people are just getting them because Mattel is sending it to them as a promotional thing. Why are these people, like random people on Amazon, got these dolls before Mattel? You know, why does people on eBay have them before Mattel? Like, it's just weird. But anyway, let's see. I'm kind of pissed. The new black looks doll is tall. I hate that body. How come you don't like the body? I think it's interesting that the tall Made to Move, like the tall Made to Move bodies, I feel like I would reserve for my dolls that have a very, like, what I call the integrity look, which is like, they don't look like dolls. Like, they look like people. They look like real people, and they look more like grown, if that makes sense. And there are some Barbie dolls that have faces like that, but they might have like a Model Muse type of body because they're high-end collector dolls, like the holiday dolls, or they have a subpar level of articulation, so you can't really like pose in the way that you want. And those kinds of dolls, I feel like looks better on the tall bodies, just because that proportion to me reminds me a lot of how like Integrity Toys dolls come. They're already very tall, so not all of them, of course, but some of them. So I try to look at the taller Made to Move bodies as like a body I would use for those dolls, where I'm like, oh, what can I do with you? And you would just look so fierce on this tall body because it's more like model-esque, I guess. So I think it's interesting, but what I want to do with that doll is use the doll as a body donor for my rainbow dress doll that my fashionistas that has the June head sculpt, who I'm so in love with. She's actually also one of my favorite dolls in my collection, but unfortunately I can't display her because I put her onto a custom Made to Move body to match her skin tone, but that body, because I did it myself, it's like her limbs, like it's like flaking, the paint is coming off. So to me it just doesn't look right, and then it'll just distract me if she's not, you know what I'm saying? But I love that skin tone. It's so deep and dark. I think she's my darkest doll that I own. And I want to display it. I want to show that skin tone off. But I can't because I don't feel comfortable with her, the state of the paint on her body. Like if it rubs off on the clothes or something like that. Like I don't want to deal with that. So I just kind of been stashing her away until I can get myself a body donor for her. And Integrity does have a body that will match that doll, but the body was like $100 just for the body, and I was so going to just dish it out and do it, right? But by the time I was ready to buy the doll, they had sold out of the bodies, and then I was like, ah, great. And then of course on eBay they're way more than whatever the retail is, and I'm like, bruh, already 100 was like pushing it. I'm not gonna spend more than 100 on this damn body. It's crazy. So I didn't do it, and so I just told myself, like, oh, whatever, I'll just have to customize a different body one of these days when I get around to it, and then tweak my process so that I can make it more of a reliable, you know, product, and then display her on that upgraded body later. So that was my plans for that doll. Then I seen these Barbie Looks dolls, and I was like, stop playing with me, because I think that the one in the middle, the tall one, her skin tone is going to match the rainbow doll. So even if I didn't like her face, I would have still ended up getting that doll because I need that body. You know what I'm saying? And for $20, like, that would be stupid for me not to get it. Just for the rainbow doll. Let's see. And Tevin actually sent me the rainbow doll. Let's see. Let's see. I'll still get her, but keep her original. Well, that's what I'm saying, Tevin. I don't know how you're going to make her original on a Made to Move body, because there's none that exist that have that skin tone. She's super dark, and I think she's darker than the hiker skin tone, which is the darkest MTM body that's available right now. based on some photo comparisons that I saw of other people who had that doll. So I don't know how you're gonna do that, but I mean, eventually when they make more bodies that are original body type with Made to Move joints, hopefully in that skin. It done took how many years for them to come out with this skin tone already? We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Ugh. Anyway, I love the newest wave of the signature look dolls. The black one is the showstopper for me. I already bought 3. Where did you buy them from? I plan on getting 2 of the redhead and just 1 of the curvy. Yeah, I was trying to figure out like how many do I even need. I think the dark one I absolutely need at least 2 because I want to keep 1 the way she is, and I want to rebody 1 or rehead, whatever. And then I was trying to figure out, do I want 1 of each of the other 2 dolls? I mean, obviously I need at least 1, but what skin tone is the redhead? I can't really tell what the skin tone is for her. If she is the same skin tone, the pale skin tone that they have for Yellow Top Made to Move, you know, like LA Girl, if she's that skin tone, then I might only need 2. But if she's a completely different skin tone, I don't know. And then the other one, the Hispanic looking one, I love that she's like thick, and that one I'll probably need 2 or 3 of them because I think I have some other dolls that I need to rebody that would look awesome on that body. And like her skin tone reminds me a lot of the dancer doll that was out for like 5 minutes and mad people missed out on that doll. And absolutely that doll was like a necessity for body donors, right? But if you missed it, you missed it. You have to like really go on a scavenger hunt looking for that damn doll. And even now, if you go on Amazon or something and you try to order the dancer doll, she's up there. She's like at least like 40 or 50 bucks. So I don't know, but this Barbie Looks doll skin tone reminds me of that skin tone. So, and the body type obviously because she's curvy. So I'm like, bruh, if it is, that'd be awesome. But even if she's not that skin tone, I mean, the curvy bodies, like, can you really have enough? Like, I just, whatever you can do to diversify your collection, I'm so with it. So like, if I have other dolls in my collection where I'm like, okay, she's on a Made to Move, but I want to see what she looks like as a curvy girl, I would just totally switch her over to one of those bodies if I had some extras and the right skin tones, you know. But the faces, oh, so freaking beautiful. All of them are pretty. Oh shoot. Okay, yo, somebody answer me this. Is the black one a Tamika head sculpt? The Tamika sculpt is the one that they use for the burgundy haired Barbie looks from Wave 2. I don't think it is, but they also look very similar. And the only reason why I say it's probably not a Tamika is because that would mean that they were designed in the same wave together with the same sculpt. And they already did 6 before that all had brand new sculpts. So like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. To me, that would be weird for them to do that because it would seem like you have options. Like, why would you just? It would feel like it was a rush. Like, why would you use the same head sculpt twice in the same wave? But then at the same time, I'm like, did they use the same sculpt twice in the same wave and then broke it up into different groups so that you just forget that it was the same sculpt, or maybe you didn't realize it was the same sculpt, so you just buy them anyway? I don't know, but like, I can't tell from looking at the pictures. I gotta see them in person to tell for sure, because her skin tone is so dark, and the makeup that they put on it, it's kind of hard for me to tell. Anyway, let's see. Let me see what I missed. Hola, hola, hola. Y'all write faster than I can read. The new wave is available already? Well, yes and no. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's kind of available if you know where to find her, but it's not, because it's not officially released. Like, Mattel don't got it up on their website. Even if it was to say they were sold out, they would have listings up there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see any, so I don't think that they're officially out yet. But be on the lookout, because when they do officially come out, ain't nobody gonna tell nobody. Like, and what by that I mean, us collectors will tell each other, but Mattel ain't gonna tell us. Amazon ain't gonna send you no notification. These people ain't telling nobody that this thing is up and available. You just gotta figure it out, or just stalk the website until you see it there, you know. Let's see. Put baby powder in the hair to remove the stickiness, and dry shampoo to bring back the shine. Oh, okay, I will try that. I didn't try that. You can buy the the black doll on Amazon right now. She'll be shipped early June. Where? I tried to go and find a listing. I cannot find a listing. Let's see. Try WD-40 and then wash it. I saw that somewhere. Oh, that's not a bad idea too. Okay. The Ernie Sal. Isn't it better having a prettier doll than a badly made doll that would be insulting? So I have my dolls organized by favorite face sculpts. It's better to organize them by collection they come from. Is that a question you're asking me? I think that's so cool how you arrange your dolls. You should totally keep it that way. Yeah, thank you. So I'm experimenting with my dolls right now as far as like the way that I'm displaying them around the house, and I do have a system right now that I'm trying out, and I'll share that with you guys if you care to hear it. But I want to answer this question first. Is it better to organize them by collection they come from? So when you say organize, I don't know exactly what you mean. Do you mean like in your house, like how you store the dolls, or like arrange the dolls around the house? Is that what you mean? Or like organize like in your head, like you're keeping track of the dolls based on collections? I don't know. I'm gonna assume you mean the first way. I don't think that there is a right or wrong way to organize your dolls. If for you organizing them by collection is easier to keep track of your dolls or figure out how you want to display them, absolutely go for it. But if for you not messing with collections and just kind of like, you know, maybe you're doing it by features. Oh, I want all of my dolls that have like braided hair to be in this display together. I want all my dolls with the skin tone displayed together. I want all my dolls with this body type skin displayed together. That's totally up to you. You could do both, you know? So I don't think there's a wrong or right way. What are you doing? Oh, what? What is that? Why are you kicking it? All right, just be careful. I thought she had some glass or something over there. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't think there's a right or wrong way. I think it's each individual collector has their way, and sometimes, again, depending on how big your collection is, it's gonna change. Your system isn't always gonna be the same if your collection isn't always the same. And even if your collection doesn't expand any further, that doesn't mean that you can't change your system up of how you organize your dolls. It's totally up to you. It's your dolls. You can do whatever you want with them. So don't let people tell you that you should do it like this, you have to do it like that. It's wrong unless you do it like... There's no such a thing. You can do whatever you want with your dolls. Do whatever you want with them, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, you're not hurting yourself, you're not violating anybody's rights, and you're not committing any crimes, then you're good. That's it. That's all you need to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Okay, and then what was that comment again that Janine left? Yeah, so you were talking about how I arrange my dolls. So, oh, wait a minute. You're talking to somebody else. Hold on, I'm slow. Okay, but I will share with you guys how I arrange my dolls. So the way that I do it right now, I have like a couple of systems going at the same time. I have one main display in my bedroom, which I've shown you guys before. That is my main display of my most looked at dolls currently. So whatever dolls I just like, I want to see them like every single day. I want to look at it. I want to admire it. I want to just feel like, oh, life is amazing every time I look at those dolls, you know? So those are that group of dolls. And then right now, there are not any particular groups of dolls, but in that display, most of my Barbie Looks dolls out of the box are over there. And most of my, and I'll tell you a secret, my Barbie Looks dolls that I have out of the box, not all of them are my like official version of those dolls, because I have multiples of those dolls in the boxes still. And what I did was I compared all the faces of the same dolls next to each other to figure out which mold I liked the best, like as far as like the face up, because you know when you go to the store and you pick up two different fashionistas that are like two of him and you put them side by side, they're not always the same. Sometimes dolls look. So it's not a guarantee that if you get two dolls with the same sculpt, the same version of that doll, they'll look exactly the same. So that's kind of what I did with these Barbie looks. So I marked the boxes of all the dolls that had my favorite faces, but when I did that, I already had a set of dolls out of the boxes. So the ones that I have out of the box, some of them are just stand-ins for those dolls. When I need to pull those dolls out of the box to use as body donors, I'm going to pop their heads off and either switch, or I'm going to basically like use the ones that I have out on display now as the body donor and put this one that's in the box still up on the stand, if that makes sense. So I kind of have it like that right now. So yeah, so I don't know which version of them I'm going to end up permanently having on my display, but for now, because I haven't had to open those boxes yet, it's just the ones that I pulled out of the boxes initially. And I don't even have all of them up there because I don't actually like all of them. Yeah, I don't like all of them. I like some a lot better than the others, and some of them I bought really for body donors. So if I don't end up having them out on display, I'm not gonna like kill myself over it, but I try to keep most of them out on that display. And then I have my walls that are holding dolls that are, some of them are part of the same line, like my cutie reveal dolls are kind of all together, and then I have some Barbie Rewind dolls that I keep all together. But the Barbie Rewind dolls just put me in this mood where I wanted to kind of like create like a almost like a workout group hangout kind of a look with them, like a bunch of friends that are like all going to do aerobics together kind of a thing. So when I find other dolls that look like they would blend in with that crowd, I'll just add them to that group. So in my head, it's like a whole different collection. It's not the 3 Rewind dolls that came out together. It's the 2, and then I have a superstar, the blonde one, but it's not that version. I have a different doll that's the stand-in for her because I didn't want that version. And then I have a couple of other dolls that I dress as if they came in that line, in like similar style clothes, and I just keep them all together in a group. And then I have things like that, like little themes. You know, I have a display where I have all my redheads displayed together, which I will switch up soon, but I just wanted to see how they looked all next to each other. They're all wearing like white and like white and gray, white and black kind of stuff. So, you know, that's how I do it. I just go by like themes, trying to figure out little groups that I can put together that have a certain theme. And then I don't normally display my dolls based on collections. Like I don't. Not normally. Let's see. More good comments. I know there's some good comments in here. Hold on. Put Vera on the newest purple pink Made to Move doll. Oh, really? Hotel does well with the princess line. I hope they look close to 90s dolls, but better with Disney girls. What the freak? What is with everybody with these loud, noisy cars today? Hi, Cynthia. Oh, somebody asked me what I thought about a Monster High reboot. To be honest, I have no idea. I don't follow Monster High in the leastest bit, and when they were like very popular, I was never into them, so I don't know. I don't really like I don't like the lines that are more like focused on fantasy characters. I love mermaids, but I don't collect mermaids, if that makes sense. I don't want mermaid dolls, like, no. And the only time I would buy a mermaid doll is if the face, the head was, like, amazing, and I'm like, oh, I gotta put her on a Made to Move body. Then I would get a mermaid doll. But if that's not what I'm doing with it, then I don't want it, because I don't need the mermaid character at all on my shelves if I have no use for them, you know? Which is so ironic because I love mermaids. Like, just the concept of mermaids. Like, if a mermaid was real, I would try to catch one. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. The skin tone of the red head has the same skin tone of the Barbie looks kit. Just an original body. Oh, okay. So it's like that pinky kind of tone. So then I probably won't get more than 2 because I want to have one as a donor just in case another doll comes out, like a holiday Barbie that I love the face but I don't have a body for it. Then I would want to have one as a backup. But that skin tone is so rare, and like there's not that many dolls that they're producing with that skin tone that would need to be put on that body that I want. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I need a whole stack of them, but probably 1 extra would be okay. The black one is not a Tamika, but they're very similar. Check out Barbie GBF for comparison. Oh, really? Okay, so I'll go over there and check it out. I like his channel. Now, the new black doll has more defined jaw and cheekbones and less put. Thank the Lord. Thank God, you guys. I'm so glad I asked somebody. I'm so glad I asked somebody who's paid attention. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't want them to have the same sculpt. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, my God. I want to see them in person so bad. All right. She's a very different sculpt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any ideas on how to organize the clothing? Tried the binder, but y'all. Oh, thank you for saying that. I'm so mad. I am so mad. Somebody was like, "Oh, you should store your Barbie clothes like this because Froggy did." So they were like, "Do it like Froggy, right?" Froggy's supposed to be like the queen of crafting and all of this stuff. So I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, if they're vouching, then I'm gonna go for it." So I went and bought like a bomb, like not just a regular like binder, like a trapper keeper type binder, like that had like big rings. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I spent like $20 on this damn binder. And then I got all these pages of inserts. Then I go to put the stuff in there and I'm like, how are you doing this? Got to just be for a video. Like, how did you do this? This makes no sense. No, the law of gravity and freaking physics says no, this is not happening because you just said so. I was so mad. I was like, ooh, I'm about to go and find the video just so I can leave it in the comments and be like, this doesn't work. Like, this does not work. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go with my gut, because when I first heard about that, I remember thinking, how can the clothes fit in there and then stay inside and not seep out? How does that happen? Because it's not flat like a card. The clothes they have some bulk to them. And then I'm like, and then when you close it, wouldn't there be like a bunch of bulky pages next to each other? So you can't even put lots in there. You could only put maybe 2 or 3 pages worth. So I'm like, what is this, right? And then I forgot about it for like a few years. I wasn't even thinking about it until this viewer mentioned it in the comments. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll go try it. You know what I'm saying? No, never again. Never again. Never again. Never again. But thank you to that person for suggesting it. I appreciate you suggesting a solution. But never again. I was so mad because I had to spend money on that stuff. And I could have bought dolls with that instead. So I still have the binder. And I was so frustrated because I put tape. Yo, this is what I'm talking about. I was trying to get innovative. I said, okay, well, I'll hack it. I'll put some tape on the opening so that it'll stay shut. No, the tape is moving. It's coming off. It's too slippery. It's just not working. And then the bulk of the clothes is making it because it's moving around and there's like pushing the tape off. Oh, Lord, if you guys had seen me, I was so mad I wanted to film it because it was like 2 a.m. Adonis was snoring, sleeping, and I had all this stuff around me on the bed. Oh my God. And I was just like talking to the binder as I was doing it, cussing out Froggy because I'm like, why did you post this? Why did you tell people this works? I was so mad. And then I was like, I'm gonna figure this out, right? No, I just gave up. I was so pissed. I just folded everything up, put everything back into the bags, made sure I had the receipts, and I haven't looked at it since. This was like weeks ago, and just put it away because I was like, whoa. I was getting so mad. I was so mad, you guys. Oh my God. Yeah, my system, the way I put my clothes is I create a tiny small version of like a wardrobe for them with the wooden dowels so I can put hangers like a real closet. And then I color coordinate everything so that it's going in rainbow order and separate all the blacks, whites, and grays and browns and multicolored stuff so I can quickly find the stuff that I want to find and put them on my dolls instead of rummaging through all this stuff to find what I'm looking for. And that works fine for me, but because I'm limited in space, I was trying to find another way to do that without taking up the floor space that a little closet would take up, because the ones that I have made, it's not foldable. Like I can't, like if you go and buy like a closet from the store that Mattel made, they have like a little thing on it where you can like close it up and you can put it away. But I didn't make mine like that, so they're really meant to be like almost like a little set kind of. And of course when I was in a bigger place, no problem, but because we're so squished over here, I realized after I made them, like, this is too big for the space that I'm in. I need to find a way to condense this. So that's what I was trying to figure out how to do. And I think maybe I was talking about it in a video, and then somebody left me that suggestion. So that's how we ended up there. Anywho's in, let's see. Yeah, but I was like, I'm about to film this so these people can see in real time. I'm not making it up. I'm not hating. It's for real. This is a lie. Let's see. Don't believe everything you see on TV. I hope. Wait, I read that. Read that. Hold on. These people. New black girl has more defined jaw. Okay, I read that. I scrolled too far, you guys. Who lives in Washington? You live in Washington? RXMXB. I did the binder too. Same problem. I use rainbow high closets. Yeah, those are like fly looking anyway. So at the very least, you got that covered. Even if it was empty. Any ideas on how to organize the clothing? Yeah, that's the way that I organize the clothes, the way I just explained. But I also have little like boxes, I guess, of clothes, like leftover kind of miscellaneous type clothes, that I keep in drawers. And I don't put all the clothes into the drawers. I separate them with like baggies and boxes so that all the boys' clothes are in one section, all the shoes are in one section, all the jackets are in one section, kind of like that, by the type of clothes that they are. For me, I store my clothes in the Fashionista zipper packaging. That's actually a great idea too, and I have some clothes in mine too. I just have so many clothes that ideally this is what I really want to do, because I had something like this when we lived in North Carolina. I want to create a system where it's like a big long piece that I can hang up on my wall, almost like a little shelf, and instead of it being shelves, right, each... Who do I sue? Who can I sue? Somebody got to be responsible for this noise. Anyway, isn't that like against the law or something? Why are those cars allowed to be on the road like that? Like, what is there a law about like too much noise? Like noise disturbances? Why do people have babies? Like, what are y'all doing? Anyway, so I want to do like each row has a dowel that's keeping like a rod basically goes through each row, and then there's multiple rows, and you can just hang the whole thing up on your wall, and I can put the little hangers on to these, you know, dowels, and then organize all the clothes in one spot that can hang, and then attach a piece to it or next to it that is kind of like the same thing, but instead of it being dowels, I would have to probably create shelves, but on the shelves I want to put drawers that have all of the bottoms in them, dresses, skirts, and pants that need to be folded up, so I can just organize everything by color, because that's what's easy for me. I do all of my long pants in color coordination, and then all my short pants and color coordination, and then all the skirts are separated. So it would just be so much easier for me to have everything organized like that and on the wall, so it's not taking up space around my house. I'm running out of space. I can just add a little add-on piece on top and keep building on top of it another row of clothes, another row of clothes, so it doesn't have to be one piece only, and you can still make it look uniform. Is that too much? Am I too much thinking about this? I don't know, but that's something I would want to do. I want to have. Okay, let me see. I got a couple more comments I want to answer, and then we'll get out of here. I store my clothes in the fashion zippers. Okay. Somebody said, Leonard Brick said, you guys organize your doll clothes? Can't relate. I feel you. There was once upon a time when that was not going on for me, but it's too much to keep track of, man. I gotta organize it. Oh Lord. I don't organize them other than dresses with dresses, pants with pants, shoes with shoes. Other than that, I'm just shoving them away in a cubic storage shelf. I got a lot of clothes that I feel like I'm going to get rid of. Like stuff that came on Fashionistas that I wasn't feeling, but it just ended up in the pile. Stuff that came on, like, you know, those like rinky-dink, like the low end kind of dolls where you just want the head and then you're not gonna use the body. Like weird pieces that came with those dolls, they might have been like characters from some movie or something and had like costumes on. And also some dolls who I use just as body donors, but their outfits, there's nothing wrong with them, so I just threw them in the stash. But I feel like a lot of those pieces are just taking up space because I never put them on my dolls. And not even so much because there's something wrong with those pieces. It's more because I have other things that suit my taste better. And the looks that I'm going for with my dolls never have no reason for me to be using those pieces. You know, like some of these things are like just loud, ice cream all over the place. Like, I don't know. It's just like too childish looking. So I ain't got no use for it. So I want to be able to take all of that out of my collection and separate that from what I actually do use. And I started that process when I removed all the clothing in my dolls that are put away right now that aren't out on display. Oh, there's so many of them. I got like 5 drawers full of dolls, and I had to take all their clothes off because that helped me to figure out what I actually had for clothes in my inventory. Because there would be times when I would like see a doll and be like, oh, she might look really fly in this one outfit. And then I'm trying to remember, like, which doll did I last put that pair of pants on? And I'm like, I don't know, because sometimes they're not redressed for months. And then you put them away and you're like, what the hell? So I had to organize it. So I took all of them out of the clothes. They're all nude. And I placed them in drawers based on their face sculpts. So the dolls that I have multiples of the same head sculpt are in one drawer. The dolls that I have only one of are in one drawer. And then, like Vera Wang, when she's not up on the wall, she's going to end up in this one drawer that I only have one single sculpt of. And the dolls that I have that I rotate through my displays the most are also in a separate drawer, so I can get to them faster instead of digging all through these drawers trying to figure out where they're at. So that really helps me to inventory my dolls and access them a lot faster when I'm looking for specific dolls. And I know some of you guys are like, why the hell would you be looking for a specific doll? Well, let me tell you. For some reason, people on YouTube think that I'm like a head sculpt expert, so they think that if they come and ask me a question about a head sculpt, I'll have the answers for them. I know a lot of times I do, but because of that, I get a lot of questions from you guys asking me, oh, what is the name of this sculpt on this doll? Or this doll with this sculpt, can you tell me what versions I can look for to buy, right? So, or they might say, does this doll have the same skin tone as this other doll that you have on this channel? Because it looks like it would be the same. Do you have both of these dolls? So like sometimes I'll have to go looking for a specific doll so that I can answer your questions accurately. Because if I don't have that doll or don't know nothing about that doll, then I have to tell you, I don't know. I don't know because I don't have this doll in my collection. I'm not sure. I have no idea. So it is what it is. And I have no qualms about telling people I don't know something. If I don't know, I don't know. I'm just going to tell you, stop wasting your time waiting around for me to give you an answer when you can just ask somebody else who actually does know. Let's see. Use my IKEA and dowel. Ordering hangers tonight. Hangers, like real hangers? I get all my dolly hangers from Amazon. They're so cheap and they send you like mad of them. Like it's like a bunch of them that they send at one time. You don't have to get like 10 at a time. You can get like 50, 60, 80 of them at a time. I used to keep mine sorted in cheap Ziploc baggies and organize them in shoe boxes. Yeah, me too. I got a gallon bag filled with clothes I hate. I keep them because potentially they could make for good clothing patterns. But other than that, I gotta get rid of them. Yeah, no problem. RXMX. Janine, what are you talking about? You got a gallon bag filled with clothes you hate. Oh, you mean your doll clothes. I'm over here like, wait, wait a minute. Whose clothes you hate? I'm slow. I keep them because potentially they can make for good patterns. Oh, I see. Wait, do you sew? Do you know how to sew doll clothes? Because that's amazing. I keep trying to like convince Ginu to make specific outfits for me, but he cannot spare his time. Because he gets real orders from his homies at school and around the neighborhood. So he's always like busy like sewing something for someone that he's selling. So when I'm like, can you make my Ken an outfit? Gino, please. He'd be like, okay, mom. And then, like, he never gets around to it. Oh, God. And I know he thinks I'm, like, stalking him about it. Should I just pay him to do it? But why? Like, I shouldn't have to pay my own son. Okay? I should just get perks. Hello. Anyway, and I even tried to make it real easy for him. I was like, if I cut the pattern, if I find the pattern, if I get the material and just give you the pieces so you can sew them, can you do that? And he was like, yeah, okay. So, yeah, but so now it's my fault because I haven't gotten around to it because I never have time. So I can't even, like, bother him now. I can't even be like, yo, so what up with that outfit you say he was going to sew for? I can't even do that because I totally took the responsibility off of him accidentally by offering to do all these steps to make it easier for him. What's wrong with me, you guys? Anyway, I heard that those are going to be the last of the looks series. Don't say that. Don't you say that. Please stop it. Don't you say that. Please, somebody please negate what this person just said. Hold on. The Ernie Sal. Did you come over here to break my heart in half? Why would you say something like that? Where did you hear this from her? What are you talking about? Please don't let that be true because who do we need to sue? Mattel? What are you doing? You cannot do that. What are you doing? What are you talking about? No? That's not what's up. We don't just stop the Barbie Look series, okay? We need to continue with the Barbie Look series. They need to stop playing with us. They playing too much. They play too much. Didn't we just talk about this in the last stream? When I was saying, I surely hope that they continue with this line because they might just have found the answer that all the adult collectors were looking for, and they will continue to have our loyalty because you deserve it if you can continue with this line. Who the hell just did that? What the fuck is that? Hey, what is that?
Throwing rocks in the air.
Who threw rocks in the air?
Me.
Don't you dare throw no damn rocks in the air. Why would you do that?
I didn't mean to.
That rock just hit that car.
I didn't mean to.
No. Why are you throwing rocks? Why are you even outside? Why are you outside?
Because I want to play.
Get in the house right now. I don't believe you. Don't you dare do that again. What the hell is wrong with her? Kids are crazy. Let's see. Well, now she's grounded for the weekend. I have one doll closet for Princess Jasmine. I got out of Etsy, but some other dolls, like modern dolls and extra princess dolls in Ziploc bags. Okay. I started learning how to sew crochet last year. Oh, really? Did you know? Did you know? Want to be my Dolly BFF? What's up?
That's a stream for 2 months.
Yeah, okay, I'm about to end it because I'm so over my time. Let's see. Yeah, because I have to go run out of town with some friends and go do some stuff that adult people do. Imagine Mattel release a doll like a transgender guy and a doll with dwarfism. Well, I think they're already trying to do that. Don't they have a trans character that they're trying to bring to life? Who is that? What is the actress's name? What's her name? Laverne Cox. And so controversial. A lot of people hate the doll, not because it's a trans person, but because they don't like the way that the doll was styled, I guess. They don't like the... They just don't like the way it turned out. They feel like it could be better. So I'm hearing a lot of controversy about that. Yeah, I'm starting to lose my light, you guys. But yeah, I don't know, because I feel like it would depend. Like, are they marketing, like, for example, with the Laverne Cox doll, it's an actual person, so it would make sense if they're marketing the doll as a trans doll, right? But if it's not depicting a real person and then they're calling it a trans doll, like, does that really matter? Because at the end of the day, I feel like we already have people who are in the LGBTQ plus community who have created their own trans characters with just whatever dolls they already had. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, waiting for Mattel to give you an African doll. And it's like, okay, but we could also make our own African doll with the other dolls that already exist by just customizing them to look African, right? So it's kind of like that for me with the whole trans thing. Like, is Mattel coming out and saying this doll is a trans person? Does that now make it a trans representation, or do I make it a trans representation with how I capture the look of the doll and then present it to the world or myself on display? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Which one is it? Because a lot of the people who have seen this particular doll are complaining that they feel like it could have been done better, you know? So I don't know. I don't know, but I'm not interested in that doll anyway, so it's like I can't really I'm not really that worried about it, but I feel like if you are gonna do something like that that's supposed to be revolutionary and you're trying to make a statement, then just do it all the way. You should be putting way more effort into the way that that doll ends up looking, just so you can flex on everybody to be like, yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. I know you hate to love it, but you wish you had it. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you guys seen the RuPaul dolls by Integrity? Amazing, beautiful dolls. I have one, and I don't look at that doll and think like, oh, it looks weird because this person whose face that they're using is supposed to be a guy.
Did you take what I said?
Yeah, I'm about to get off right now. Yeah, he did. Yeah. And it doesn't look like it's really a man who transitioned into a woman. Or, oh, this looks too feminine, and I would never believe that this was supposed to be this person dressed like this, because RuPaul switches between his masculine and feminine looks. So, you know, like, I don't know. To me, she just blends in with the rest of my collection, and she's cute. I like her. So, it is what it is. Yes, Cynthia, this is your tribe, okay? Thank you for acknowledging it, because we likes to keep the Brazils over here. Let's see. Ernie is a great example of having a doll that looks so much worse than a person that it's supposed to look like. Yeah, and that's another thing too, because I was looking at pictures of Laverne, and I've seen her act and stuff too, and I'm like, she's not bad looking. So like, why did they not capture the beauty of her look when she's all done up and stuff? Like, they could have done so much. This was an opportunity for them to do so much with that doll. They're not gonna do that. Like, they just were like, yep, whatever. It just looks slapped together. It looks like the dollar store version of that person's face. Like, that's how it looks to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this cannot be a collectible doll. Like, that's crazy. I don't like the new cutie reveal doll faces, says Infinite Star, and we were talking about that earlier. I don't like their faces either. They're just mediocre, and I want them for the costumes only. So yeah, I think they're already out. They're on Amazon. I'm gonna get them, but not before I add my Vera Wing. Well, I'm probably just gonna order it even if the Barbie looks are not available, because I was trying to get them all at the same time, so I just pay shipping once. But or maybe no shipping, depending on how much my total ends up being. But I might just have to do it, because I don't got time to be waiting around for Mattel to get it together and decide when they're going to release the Barbie Looks dolls on their website so we can purchase them. So anybody got time for that? The scalpers are already trying it over on eBay with Vera Wang and on Amazon, and I'm not trying to be caught up in that nonsense. So I'll let that one pass because it's an emergency vehicle. But for a minute, I was about to be like, oh, wait a minute. You gotta, Ernie, where are you getting this from? Where are you getting this from? Why are you saying there's no more Looks dolls after this series? Where are we getting this information? Please tell me, because I gotta go cuss somebody out. I gotta go find out who I need to cuss out, okay? And no. They need to relax with this nonsense. No, y'all need to, if they're gonna cut this line, they need to replace it with something comparable. Like BMR, I wasn't upset about BMR getting cut short because Barbie Looks was like on the horizon. You feel me? But they need to stop playing around with us. They need to stop playing around with us, okay? Because that's not cute. That is not cute. Bill Greening, that is not cute. You need to talk to your bosses. Carlisle, you need to talk to your bosses. You need to talk to them people, all right? You need to. It's ridiculous. Why y'all get our hopes up and then just dash our dreams? That's not what's up. Anyway, I gotta get out of here because I'm like an hour over my time for reals, and I gotta cook dinner. But when this video goes up, because after we end this live, it's gonna go up into the internet sphere and be available to watch here for the people who missed it. So when it's finished rendering and it's up there, then you guys are more than welcome to share the video with your friends and families and dolly groups. And Extra Fancy is on the horizon. And what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh yeah, and also if you are interested in merch, then we have them in the description section. Gino designs everything that's in the merch shop. And if you have like a request for like a specific graphic that you want to see, or ideas that you have for graphics you think would be fun, or like text, then leave them in the comment section, and Gino will actually do it because it's official merch. But when I ask him to do stuff for me, then he takes forever. But anyway, so yeah, so you can definitely find the merch stuff down there, and I hope you guys who are watching are already subscribed. If not, then you need to be subscribed. But for the new people who are popping in here just to listen to the conversation, yeah, subscribe, because this is what we do over here. We have very candid, real talk about dolls and collecting and our hobby and customizing and Barbie dolls, but without all of the okay guys yeah, oh, we're so happy, family friendly. We don't do that here. All right, we just get right to the point. We talk about what we want to talk about, and whatever you guys want to talk about in the comment section, this is a safe place for adults to talk about their hobby and not feel like people are judging them. All right, yeah, so I'm gonna get out of here, and thank you for watching, and goodbye from my dollies, and I'll see you guys in the next, probably the next stream. And we gotta get out of here. Okay, yeah, let's not click on, what does it say? Hold on a second, I can't read. Oh, thank you for all the emojis, I guess. Great. Oh Lord. Anyways, all right, I'm out, you guys. Thanks for watching. 안녕히 계세요. Have a dolly day. What do I have to press here?